Hey everyone, it's Joe here from the Bill Coors Wellness Center. Happy Monday, good morning. Today we are going to do a squat specific mobility / stretch break. So for my squat table participants, you guys are going to definitely need to take note here. This is also great for anybody doing any leg exercises. We're going to focus on stretching the glutes, the hips, the quads, the calves, just the lower body, and also the low back and the thoracic mobility in the back, so doing a little bit of rotation. These things get really tight from day-to-day sitting, hunched over, and then we go exercise, and if we're not doing mobility day by day, we're just gonna get tighter and tighter and wonder why we're in pain. Some of these could help loosen you up and have you feel better. So, let's get started. First one, we're gonna pop down to the ground. Now notice I have enough room to move around. You don't need a super large area, but you'll wanna be able to spread your feet out. And also, I'm going to be using the couch just for 1 or 2 stretches. I'll show you some modifications for it, but these are good ones to just do at home as well. So the first one is a simple, stretch the hands out, cat, cow. We've done these before. If you've been in a yoga class, you've done a cat, cow. We've done these in stretch breaks before, but like I said, these are going to be really good, loosening up the core, the back. Excellent. We're going to go about 30 seconds here, and you can get a nice hold, stretching your neck. Go a couple more. Excellent. Cool. This next one, they're called abductor rockers. That's what I like to call them. They are painful, but they are effective. So you're going to go from this kneeling position, and you're going to kickstand that leg out. So it's like a flagpole, whatever you want to call it. And I am going to get in that similar cat-cow position, but I'm leaning on this foot out here, and that is good. I got my neck neutral, and that is really going to tighten up or loosen up my hip. It is not the most comfortable stretch because a lot of people are tight here in these hips and the adductors, but you do these for a couple of sets of 30 seconds, and I promise you will feel and move differently. So you can come all the way up, or you can just rock with it. Probably good to just explore your range of motion in this movement. Another way to advance this up is on this couch. You can add that knee, or the leg, excuse me, your foot on there, and do the same movement. Now that's gonna really advance the range of motion, so if you're really tight like me, that's not the best way for me to go about this, but it's gonna be good, especially for my flexible folks. Like I said, just exploring the range of motion, and you don't wanna lean away from that weight. You wanna really put some body weight into that foot down there. Then once you do that, you're gonna feel on this inner leg. Excellent, cool. So, I am already feeling a lot better this morning after that. We're gonna go hip rockers, 90-90 hip rockers. So I'm seated, nice and upright, not bad posture, I'm upright. And I'm rocking back and forth, exploring internal and external rotation of our hips. Hips are usually really tight with people, and especially people that are squatting a lot and not doing as much mobility. So you're moving and you're breathing. And if you want to hang out here for a second, that's fine. So after we're done with our hip rockers, we're gonna head to our handy dandy couch, and we are gonna do one of my personal favorites. We're gonna do this couch quad stretch. So you notice I'm kneeling on carpet here. If you're on hardwood or something, maybe put a towel or a pillow or something under your knee. But what we want to do here is we want to try to get this knee as close to the couch as possible. And just like those abductor rockers, I want to kind of explore my range of motion and hit all angles of this quad. The quad is made up of more than just one muscle. So there's a lot of muscles going on here. Can rotate, but ideally you want to hit this for maybe a couple sets of 30 seconds if you have the time. If you don't have the time, but say you're at home, you're sitting, you're done with the day, this is a great one to just hang out, move around, and stretch it out. You'll be surprised. The first time I really ever did this stretch, I really felt a loosen up in my hips and my back. It's because it's all connected. Everything's connected, so if you're really tight somewhere, you're probably gonna feel it somewhere else. But this is just a great one to get that stretch on. Cool, let's go other side. And I'm leaning back into it, trying to stand up nice and tall through this hip. That's gonna make for a nice pull on the quad. And just breathe, leaning back. And remember, we wanna get that knee as close to the couch as possible, the bottom of the couch. This also works if you have a wall somewhere. You can prop that ankle up or that foot on the wall. It's a little bit more difficult. It would probably be easier if you practice on a couch and then move to a wall or a chair or something. Anything is better than nothing. If you don't have any of those, what we're gonna do is we're gonna simply do the good old fashioned grab the ankle. Now on this, don't grab the toe. We wanna grab the ankle. When you grab the toe, it's gonna move a lot more of the ankle, stretching the ankle out than we are stretching the quad. So same movement, just I like the quad couch stretch a little bit better. So you're hanging out here if you need to balance out, same concept. Boom. So another great one that you can use a couch for, and I'm gonna go on this side so y'all can see. We're gonna do a couch pigeon. So we're going over, forward folding. You're in this 90 degree, and you are just folding over. Really gonna feel it in the hip and the glute. And if you can, reach across. Explore the range of motion on these. Excellent. So after we hit both sides of that, again, a couple sets of 30 seconds will get you nice and right. We are gonna get to the floor in a lunge position, and we're gonna hold a lunge, and then we're gonna stretch the hammy. So back and forth here, bringing these hips nice and tall. You can go up and then down. Even though squatting is not going to be as much of a hamstring exercise, you still want to loosen those up because like I was saying earlier, it's all connected. Cool, we're going to hit a couple more here. This one we'll go 30 seconds rocking back and forth. Excellent. Last exercise we're going to do, or mobility, I'm going to grab my kettlebell. This is one that I try to do every day. You can use a dumbbell, kettlebell, whatever kind of weight you have. Maybe you have just a heavy bag. Hold this bag right here. What we're gonna do, I want you to chin it. Now ankles, heels on the ground, and we're in this deep squat right here, and I'm using my elbows to push my knees out. You can bounce around in it. If you put the weight out, you're gonna feel it in a different area, but this is a great one to just sit, sink your hips, rocking back and forth. Maybe you wanna come out of it and then back into it. This shouldn't be an exercise, but you should really feel it deep in the hips. And it is probably the most squat-like exercise out of all this mobility. If you can't do the weights yet, that's fine. What I want you to make sure of is you're keeping your heels on the ground. So as long as your heels are on the ground and we're right here, that's where we're at. If you're like this and you're deeper, no, we want to get those heels on the ground. So that is the mobility break for the day. Y'all keep working hard this week. Have a great Monday. Stay tuned for more to come. Cheers.